went on a couple of tours with Alice Cooper. Certainly, there's a famous picture I took of Led Zeppelin in front of their airplane. That's a nice way to travel.
Did you tour with them in that airplane?
That day, I didn't really tour with Led Zeppelin. On that day, I think we went to Pittsburgh or Cleveland. I don't know.
There wasn't an instance like from Almost Famous where the plane almost wrecked and everyone...
Not when I was on it, no. There was those kind of planes. I mean, the one that Led Zeppelin had was called the Starship, and they didn't actually own it. People think that their name was on it. It was their plane. Certainly the way they're standing in the picture, it looks like it's their plane. That's inspired a lot of people who went into rock and roll because they wanted to get their own plane.
Right.
That plane was actually a rental. You rented it for a month. There's no point in buying a plane when you're only going to fly around for a month anyway.
It is repainted. And
everybody, they painted Elton John on it for a month. They painted Rolling Stones on it for a month. They painted Alice Cooper for a month when he had it. But it was a really nice plane. I mean, talk about touring.
I wonder where that plane is now.
I think in somewhere in Middle East. Somebody over there bought it eventually. But it was quite nice. It had 4 or 5 rows of first class kind of seats in the front, but then a big open lounge area in the middle with a long brass bar that had a piano organ built into it, and lounge, banquet kind of seats are all around the sides. And then in the back there were 2 bedrooms. And the larger bedroom actually had an electric fireplace in it, which you don't often see on a plane. But there's no fire, but it looked like a fireplace,
It's just a funny thought of fireplace.
And that was a nice plane. One time when Elton John had the plane, they snuck Stevie Wonder on before Elton got there, and they put him in one of the bedrooms in the back hiding. And Elton came on, and he was sitting in the front, and he was actually a little hungover and not in a great mood. And after the plane took off, it was only a short flight to Boston, and the publicist came over and said, you got to come back, and the airplane company hired a piano player, and he's playing at the bar, and you got to just come back and say hello. And Elton's like, no, I don't. I got to sleep. I got a show coming up. Leave me alone. And the publicist wouldn't leave him alone. Said, no, you got to come back and see this piano player. Like, the airline went and got him. He said, I don't care what the airline did. I'm renting the plane. I'm not going. And they finally convinced him to come back, and he came walking back, and Stevie Wonder was playing Crocodile Rock. And then he got in a really good mood again. So that was fun.